Rest in Thee, a series of meditations for the restless. Welcome to Rest in Thee. This is a place where I hope you can come and take some time out of your day, out of your week, that all the pressures can be off and you can just spend time being with God. And I hope and pray that as you take this time out of your day, out of your week, and carve it out for the Lord, that it will start to be a healing rest, a rest that will bring restoration to your spirit, to your purpose, to your sense of identity. All these things are really found in God alone. In his confession, St. Augustine says, "Thou hast made us for thyself, O Lord, and our hearts are restless until they find their rest in thee." And it's so true. It was true when Augustine wrote it. It's so true now. Our world is full of restless energy. And I'm not excluded. I think if we're in the world, it's about us. But the hope is there. The hope that we can find rest. We can find that healing rest. Because Augustine says, following this passage, he says, "Oh, how shall I find rest in thee? Who will send thee into my heart to inebriate it, that I may forget my woes and embrace thee, my only good?" I mean, doesn't that just sound delightful? Being able to forget our woes and embrace God, our only good. And he continues with one more line. He says, "Say unto my soul, I am thy salvation." No matter what it is we're going through, no matter what situation we find ourselves in, it is always true. We always need God to say, "You don't need to save yourself. I am your salvation." And so I plan in these times just to open up a short reflection, just to help you center your mind on something, and then to lead you in a time of prayer, just entering into that place of rest. And hopefully they're things that you can use over and over again, that each time you listen to it, it'll be a new experience, meeting you where you need. You know, whether you find yourself alone in a room or in a car or sitting under a tree. And just pray that we open up now to the Spirit, that he would lead and guide this time and touch you today in the exact space where you need it. And I invite you just to find yourself in a comfortable spot. Maybe just relax your hands, open them up. You can place your feet on the floor or whatever's comfortable for you. And I invite you just to take note of your breathing. Just notice the life coming in and the waste going out. And the life coming in and the waste going out. And with each breath in, I invite you to just make a little more space each time. Let the oxygen sink a little deeper. You start to notice just a warmth shining down on you. And you look around and you find that you're on the banks of a river. And just take in the different things that you can see and hear, different things that you can touch. There's some little plants, some birds, sand beneath your toes. And the warmth of the sun on your skin. And walking up next to you, you hear some footsteps, so you turn. And there you see the face of Jesus. And he looks at you and he looks back at the river and he smiles. And he tells you that this is the place where he was baptized in the Jordan. This is the place where he allowed himself to be washed. The place where he opened himself up to receiving the Father's blessing. Jesus says that he wants to invite you into that blessing. He asks if you want to receive the love of the Father in a new way. So as you're ready, I invite you just to walk out into the waters. Just feel yourself hungering for rest, for peace. Hungering for a time when you don't have to prove yourself, when just who you are and how you are is loved, is welcomed, is accepted. And as you're ready, I invite you just to dive in. Allow the weight of the day to wash away. Allow the lies to be washed away. As you stand up in the water, you again feel that warmth from above radiating down onto you. And Jesus places his hand on your shoulder, and you hear the Father's voice. This is my beloved, in whom I am well pleased. I invite you just to visualize any areas of your life where you haven't been feeling enough. Areas where you felt like you've had to strive. And just watch them float down the river. Jesus makes his way back to the banks and he sits on a rock. When you're ready, I invite you to follow him there and to sit with him. And just allow the scene to unfold. Maybe you have questions for him or things you'd like to say. Maybe he has questions for you. Just allow yourself to be in that space where Jesus invites you into his belovedness. Jesus thanks you for the gift of this time. And just allow the gratitude in you to rise up. And thank Jesus for the gift of his presence here with you. I invite you again just to notice your breathing. Notice the rise and fall of your chest. The movement that gives life. And when you're ready, you can just return to the space that you're in. So thank you. Thank you for taking this time out of your day to spend with your God. I hope and pray that he has touched you in a space that you need in your life today. God bless, friends. I'm Catherine Kingsley, and this is Rest in Thee, a series of meditations produced by the Missionaries of God's Love Sisters.